Hey everyone, I'm Mike Izetta with the Innovation Blueprint. I'm here with my friend Felipe Gonzalez with Wired for Biz out of Portugal. And
Great.
right now we are in the middle of NRF week. Retail isn't testing ideas anymore. They're putting them to work, especially with AI. And for years, we've been talking about what could happen, what could we do next, but it feels like companies are finally adopting things like agentic AI, and they're saying, all right, let's actually run the business this way. Um, One of those first themes that I'm seeing is that tech is starting to handle smaller decisions. Those kind of things that are happening in the background are being passed off to tech, for better or for worse, right? So one of the big shifts is that the tech isn't just giving advice anymore, but it's actually starting to handle small decisions automatically.
Mhm.
And some of those things could be like we've seen price adjustments when demand changes. We saw Instacart doing that. They got their hands slapped on that. But moving inventory from shelves, to shelves before they go empty, shifting staff before the stores get too busy. These are some of the low hanging fruit things that are starting to get automated now. So ideally, not replacing people. That's my big thing about tech is how do we augment the human experience, but taking care of those repetitive kind of mundane background tasks. So the teams aren't so inundated with that stuff or playing catch up all the time. So all of that to kind of frame things up for you. What are you seeing in Europe? Are you seeing things landing the same way? Are you seeing companies and retailers starting to let systems handle some of the mundane routine background stuff?
I think it has a lot to do with what country you're talking about in this case. And there's quite a difference. Of course, UK doesn't consider itself part of Europe anymore. But let's talk about them anyway. The UK is more in line with what the American way of approaching things, although there are some major differences as well. But Yes. Agentic commerce, agentic AI operations, it is big on their wish list. And I still say wish list because even though, like you mentioned, it's becoming production ready, I think most of these companies are still trying to figure out where is that middle ground between let's just replace the process, which means replace people. And then they find out that, yeah, no, we got to do it in pieces and we got to do it where we augment our staff, retrain the staff, the harder stuff. Because unfortunately, every company I've ever worked with that wants to do innovation, they think they find the silver bullet every single time. It's like we just don't learn. And so yeah, so as far as forecasting, for sure, right? Forecasting, it's going on. Germany, we're seeing some of the same things. Spain has a little more to catch up. France as well. France has had some really good in fact, when I was looking at the NRF and some of the technologies coming out of it with the computer vision and such, using AI, they have a leg up. They've had some companies that have been doing this for a while, and now it's just a matter of let's do version two. So yes, very much the same thing. But again, where's the focus? Is it on the storefront, the brick and mortar, or is it on the e-commerce? That's where I think the major differences between Europe and the US. The US is very much focused
Mhm.
on the e-commerce side of things, which makes it easier in some sense because it's all software. And Europe in general is still much more focused on the brick and mortar and how do we automate and AI enable the back end, the logistics.